Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning. Happy Thursday, everyone. Your friendly neighborhood conservative ex-con here, Fernando Rivera Jr. Yes, Junior. Yes, ex-convict. Yes, conservative. It is what it is. And welcome to the Common Sense and Random Shit Show. And as I always say, breaking news? Maybe. But I don't expect you to see it as breaking news unless you haven't seen it. Then it's new to you. Or breaking. Who's brainwashed? Well, I got to tell you, this guy is not. It's about 2 years ago when Trump decided he was going to run again, everything started again. Actually, it's never gone away with the bullshit. But Amadeo and me, the owner of this restaurant, we looked at each other and said, are we the ones that brainwashed? Immediately. Yeah, it was an immediate reaction. We both laughed like, no. We don't believe men could become women. We don't like men beating up our women and little girls. We don't allow men and don't agree with men with penises going into women's bathrooms. No, we don't think kids should get their penises cut off to become women. Two genders. Censorship. We don't agree with censorship. We believe in the First Amendment, Second Amendment. Even though I don't have all my rights, but still, most people do. And I can go on all day. So we're not the one that's brainwashed. It's Hitler, Trump, Hitler, blah, blah, blah. Same repeated bullshit to scare you. But who's brainwashed? Shit for brains left. That's who it is. And I'm not talking about politicians. Politicians are just evil. They're the ones repeating all the bullshit, exploiting people's weaknesses. And the shit for brains. And of course, the shit for brains left react. Elon Musk being the enemy, burning his cars, them trying to kill our president. I go on all day with all the bullshit coming from the left, not the right. And it is what it is. Anyway, I found these two videos. One is a short. And since I got to talk to some liberals like their children, because they're idiots, stupid. I think this is pretty educational.
What's up, squad? Today we have signs that someone is brainwashed. Number 1, extreme belief in one idea. Number 2, limited critical thinking. Number 3, refusal to listen to contrasting views. Number 4, they have drastic changes in behavior. Finally, number 5, rejection of evidence. Peace out and don't be delulu.
That was a quick, short, got to talk to some people like their children, especially the left. But there's a longer one. This actually had more in it, but I cut the ones that I don't believe were important. But seriously, though, who's brainwashed?
Fear. Fear is a powerful motivator that can be used to control and manipulate individuals. By creating an atmosphere of fear, brainwashers can make individuals more pliable and obedient. Example: a regime might use the threat of punishment, torture, or harm to the individual or their loved ones to enforce conformity and obedience.
Emotional. This technique exploits individuals' emotions to manipulate their beliefs and behaviors. It can involve playing on guilt, love, shame, or other strong emotions. Example: a manipulative person might use guilt tripping to control their partner, making them feel responsible for the manipulator's happiness.
Deception. This involves presenting false information as truth or manipulating facts to deceive the individual. This technique aims to control the individual's perception of reality. Example: propaganda often uses deception to shape public opinion and beliefs, presenting biased or false information as fact. Dehumanization. Dehumanizing an individual involves stripping away their sense of identity and humanity, making them feel worthless or subhuman. This can break down their self-worth and resistance to control. Example: abusive regimes might use dehumanizing tactics to make prisoners feel powerless and more susceptible to indoctrination.
Charisma. A charismatic leader can use their personal appeal and persuasive communication skills to influence and manipulate followers. This method relies on the emotional and psychological attraction to the leader. Example, cult leaders often possess strong charismatic traits that attract and manipulate followers into adopting their beliefs and following their directives. Stopping. This involves teaching individuals to stop their own critical or negative thoughts about the brainwasher's teachings, often through repetition or other psychological techniques. Example, repeating a mantra or engaging in a specific behavior whenever negative thoughts arise, as seen in some high-control groups.
Pressure. Applying consistent and intense psychological or social pressure can force individuals to conform to new beliefs or behaviors. Peer pressure, authority pressure, and societal norms are common forms of this tactic. Example, high-pressure sales tactics often involve overwhelming the buyer with urgency and fear of missing out, pushing them to make decisions they wouldn't normally consider. Force, the use of physical coercion or threats to induce compliance and acceptance of new beliefs. This often involves direct and aggressive methods to break down resistance. Example, political prisoners may be subjected to physical torture to force confessions or ideological conversion.
Isolation. Isolating individuals from their social support systems and familiar environments can make them more dependent on the brainwasher for information and emotional support. This dependence can be exploited to instill new beliefs. Example, cults often isolate members from their families and friends to strengthen their control over the members' beliefs and behaviors. Gradualism. Gradualism involves slowly introducing new ideas and behaviors over time. This incremental approach makes the changes less noticeable and more acceptable to the individual. Example, a manipulative partner might slowly introduce controlling behaviors, which gradually become more severe, making it harder for the victim to even recognize the extent of the manipulation.
Now think about those for a minute. And does any of this remind you of anything? Yeah, Democrats. That's how they work. You know, COVID, perfect example. COVID backfired on them. They tried to use COVID to use some of these techniques, separating us, telling us the same lie over and over, controlling us, masks, 6 feet apart, not going to church. Think about that for a second. The masses were brainwashed. It worked. Did it? No. It backfired. People started waking up. People started realizing that, okay, something's wrong. Parents started realizing what they were teaching in school. All this transsexual bullshit, it all started coming out with COVID. So it backfired. But I love it because Democrats outside to do is F up. They don't know how to logically speak the truth. They lie, they manipulate, they control. And now that they're losing that, they're losing their shit. And they hate it. Who's brainwashed? This guy isn't. America isn't. This is why Trump won in a landslide. We're tired of it. And thank you, Democrats, for waking the rest of us up. It is what it is. Remember some of these videos. Repetition, to me, is the number one way to manipulate. You tell a lie so much that those weak-minded shit for brains believe everything they hear. Nazi, threat to democracy, Putin's puppet. They still use that shit. Drives me fucking nuts. Holy crap. Even with all the shit that's coming out. And now they're saying these are lies. National intelligence stuff. These people are such assholes. I'm just saying. But yeah, remember this stuff?
Americans believe our democracy is at risk, that our democracy is under threat.
Democracy itself is on the ballot. The stakes are high.
What was at stake tonight and this week was the fact whether we will be a democracy in the future, whether our children will be arrested and conceivably killed.
This country is on track to repeat what happened in Germany when it was the greatest democracy going.
You did say there, though, it could be the end of the world.
No, democracy will be ended. The world will continue to exist.
Just over 2 weeks ago, Donald Trump called the coronavirus a hoax. Come a long way from hoax.
1 week, it's a hoax.
The leader of the country calling this a hoax.
Trump was still saying that it was a hoax.
He called it a hoax.
He said that the Democrats making so much of it is a Democratic hoax, not that the virus was a hoax.
Repetition of the same lies doesn't make them true. Common sense. Logic. Real logic, not liberal logic. These people would have you shit in your pants, scared that we're going to lose our freedoms, democracy, and that Trump is Hitler. Hitler reincarnate. A man who has given up his life, a billionaire who, for this country and love of his country, has given up his salary, has donated more than he can to our country, who's helping our country move forward economically, world peace. How is this Hitler reincarnate? And the thing about it is people buy into this shit. We're the ones that's brainwashed? No, it's the left and they're shit for brains. Somebody said the other day, don't give them the name left. Well, they're wrong. Maybe left is not a good name. Gives them a reason to argue, as someone said. It just or a right reason or a political correct reason. It's not. It's all wrong. And we're not the ones brainwashed. There's more. And I have proof. Yeah, let me find this video. Sorry. You think these people are brainwashed? Yeah, check this out.
Getting crushed by capitalism is like so cringe, but it's like it's happening to me. And like I got a PhD from Berkeley and like I can't get a job to save my life. Like I got a soil biology PhD and like now I'm a tutor and a babysitter and a dog sitter. And like part of that is because like I don't want to like move to some random place in the middle of nowhere, but like the other half is like they cut all the funding for science and like the biotech market is just like absolutely cratered and like I have long COVID, so it's difficult for me to work like a full-time job and just like I got on here to rant a little bit, but like oh my god, like what do we do? I just have to work.
I don't give a flying, ever-loving if you have papers for this country, if you are legal or illegal, where you came from, who you are. Never will a moment go by where I ever believe that the difference between legal and illegal should cost a person's life. Never. I don't ever believe any single person should die over, do they have the documentation to be in the United States? Do they have this very specific and easily mistaken document to enter this country? I don't care.
Does anybody else find it extremely odd that the president that we have right now self-admittingly drinks like a 24-pack of Diet Coke a day, and he's the same exact president with the same exact presidential campaign that is trying to take away pop and whatever else, but mainly pop from the EBT program for poor and impoverished people. It's almost like it's not about making America healthy again. It's just about taking things away from poor people. It's literally just to be cruel. There's no other reason. Our own president drinks Diet Coke like water, and you're sitting here and you're telling me, make America healthy again. Just saying.
So I once had a boomer come to me and say that I needed to take more control of the finances and my situation in my life. Okay. Number one, do you know what the housing market is? B, do you know that the auto loan industry is using the same principles that caused the crash in '08? But I countered with this, and now they block me. How many of your friends, your coworkers, and your relatives who are over the age of 65 who are now retired are now, instead of moving to a retirement facility or a retirement community, they are now doing a 10-year forever cruise because it is way cheaper? Yeah. Checkmate. You screwed up the entire world. Now you can't even live with it. Shut the hell up. You doomed us all. Go away.
I had to say, does anyone know what gender that was? what was that? Why do they all look alike? I'm just saying.
Got a news flash for you. I'm a white person. I know, it seems crazy. But listen, what does that mean? It means that I'm the person that has to go out and protest on the streets because our friends, our black and brown friends, it's dangerous for them. All right? So white people, join me. And I've been to a lot of protests, and there's a lot of us out there, but we need to up our numbers. So everybody join in. And for those who aren't able to be in the streets, go to Black Out the System on this app. There are a lot of different things that you can do to actually protest and resist. Maybe you can't not go to people. There are things to do. Black out the list. Okay, black out the system or black out the list. Very simple. White people, get the fuck out there.
Now, what gets me is when people have to say their race to defend what's coming out of their mouth, the bullshit out of their mouth. I'm Puerto Rican. I can't be racist. Or I'm Puerto Rican. This is why I'm doing this. We don't do that. But just giving you an example. Why is it that they have to pronounce their race, mostly white liberals, before they try to defend what their actions are? Their shit for brains like actions. So to either they're protesting, being violent towards, spewing nonsense. It's always, I'm white, so I am going to help the black community because we owe them. Yeah, that was another stupid weak channel. I like to share this stuff. They always put words in front of it that match perfectly. Because it is what it is. Who's brainwashed? Are you? If you're sheep and you have shit for brains, yes. If you know your history as far as brainwashing, does anyone know, ever heard of Jim Jones from Jonestown, in Guyana, I think it was, where everyone drank the Kool-Aid and died because they were brainwashed to believe everything this man said? David Koresh. Look up these names. These people were the weak of the weakest, or weakest of the weak, the sheepest of the sheep. Is that where you want to be? You want to drink the Kool-Aid? Are you brainwashed? If you're a liberal, you are. It's just what it is. Poop on all your faces. Because guess what? America is moving forward. America's back. I'm so glad. I'm so happy things are the way they're going. Gas is going down. Groceries going down. Rent? Not yet. I'm still kind of struggling with that. But I believe things are going to happen. Shit for brains? I don't have. Do you? Just saying. Anyway, I got these two, as usual, Meme the Left and Ridiculousity. Now, Meme the Left, obviously, we're memeing the left because they're easy as shit to meme. But you got to look between the lines. It's what it is. It's basically what's going on, especially coming from the left. And then Ridiculosity is a lot of headlines. Because listen, it isn't just poor middle-class sheep that gets brainwashed. It's, politicians, judges, police officers, doctors, lawyers. Yeah, it's everyone. Reporters putting out news that they're parroted to put out. It is what it is. Meme the left. Sorry, that's the second video. This is Ridiculousity. Check out these headlines. Yeah.
They can't fix the history.
Who else cannot stand this race-baiting piece of shit who was fired from NBC? And then read her hat. I think if somebody points this out, read her hat. People wear this shit. It's because of people like this, people are brainwashed. Piece of dirt, evil bitch. Sorry, I have to say it that way. This woman is disgusting. That's all I'm saying.
Their ancestors made this country into a slave hell. But they can clean it up now because they got the Smithsonian. They can get rid of all the slavery stuff. They got PragerU. They can lie about the history to the children.
Wow, could you be any stupider?
They can't originally invent anything more than they ever were able to invent good music. My show had value. We black folk gave y'all country music, hip hop, R&B, jazz, rock and roll. They couldn't even invent that. What I was doing had value. But they have to call a white man the king because they couldn't make rock and roll.
I don't like it when you say things.
So they have to stamp the king on a man whose main song was stolen from an overweight black woman.
Well, aren't you a treat?
I'm sorry. Goodbye. I'm not sorry. I am not sorry. Their ancestors made this country into a slave hell.
She's a nasty woman. She's a really nasty woman.
We weren't buying it. But there are people who are and were. Sheep. The left. Shit for brains. It's disgusting. That woman's disgusting all the way around. Physically, mentally, verbally. Disgusting. And NBC knew it. They couldn't hold on to it anymore. They couldn't do it. Her, Jim Acosta. I can name names and keep going. And they're all falling down. I effing love it. Meme the left. Because it's easy to meme them.
Pull-ups, disposable training pants from Huggies.
And I can pull them off and on.
When your child is ready, there's nothing like pull-ups.
Mommy, wow! I'm a big kid now.
We're in danger here in the U.S. And I'm scared. And I don't know what to do.
Stop breaking the law, asshole!
Just saying. Sheep. Shit for brains. This is why, if you look at the brains, it looks like poop. Shit in all their faces. You gotta love it. Repeating lies doesn't make them true. It is what it is and was. Exclamation, exclamation, exclamation. No longer. Nobody's brainwashed. And you notice those who are brainwashed are the most violent. Those who are brainwashed are the ones that lose their shit, like that video screaming. Where? I want someone to show me. Will you find a video of a conservative losing their shit when Biden won? I asked this about a year ago when I first started this channel. I have yet to see one. Where do you see a conservative trying to kill a Democrat politician? You may find something, but it's probably some crazy, psychologically effed up person. Shit for brains, pretty much. I'm just saying. But yeah, the shit for brains left are the ones who are brainwashed. This is why they act on their brainwashing, on their brainwashed, shitty shit for brains. Let's be real. We don't act on our beliefs other than pray if you're a religious person, other than go to work, take advantage of capitalism, or open up businesses and peacefully protest. Speak facts. We speak facts. We don't lie. You ever catch someone a lie and they lose their shit? Oh my God, oh, you're calling me a liar. When does a conservative do that? We don't get compromised. All we do is speak facts. On the other side, that's all they do is lie. Repeat the same lie over and over. It's like a script. And the shit for brains left, believe it. This is why America is the way it is. This is why the left, Democrats, act the way they do. Violent, whatever it may be. Genius! This guy is definitely not, but I have common sense. This ex-convict, ex-gang member, did a lot of time in prison, got out a little over 20 years ago and changed my life around. Became a professional fighter, worked some contract security work, worked for clubs, events. I even worked with the police department. If that's not a 180-degree turn, I don't know what is, especially for what I was in prison for. It was some serious shit. I talked about it before. If you ever want me to talk about it again, let me know. I might have another whole video on that subject. Because I've been through some shit, you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of what gave me common sense. But who's brainwashed? Definitely not anyone on the right. It's the ones on the wrong. The left, as they say, like to call themselves. It's unbelievable. It really is. Oh, and it's, how free can this country be for you to do what the hell you want and still think that you're not free? Shit for brains. It is what it is, as I said, not genius. I am streaming today on Tres, as usual, Rumble, X, and I'm doing TikTok again. Yes, today I decided to change up a little bit because Facebook sometimes be with the bullshit. YouTube, ScrewTube, they're definitely with the bullshit. I'll probably post this later on YouTube, ScrewTube, just so I can get a little more, maybe 1 or 2 more views, because that's all I get over there. And I'll probably be banned from X, or not X, TikTok, because I literally have to apply for permission every day. I don't know if that's part of their process, but every day I have to, it says banned or restricted, and I got to go through a process of getting approved before I can go back on TikTok. So if you're on TikTok, expect me to try to do this every day. Thanks for watching. Love you guys. Please stay true to the red, white, and blue. Don't be brainwashed. Don't be sheep. I'm just saying. And don't try to say we're the ones that are brainwashed. We're not the ones acting on the lies. It's shit for brains. It is what it is. Love you guys. You guys have an amazing rest of your day. Tomorrow, I may just be non-political, talk about maybe what we want to watch for the weekend. I got a couple good shows I want you to watch that we watched in the last couple of weeks that are really good, actually. One of them had a really effed up ending that pissed me off, but, you know, have something to watch on your Sunday off after you get home from church, if you go to church. You already know. Ladies! I don't know why I always do that.